Hola. First of all, woo! Yeah! I've got like 80 views or something like that, and 5 or maybe even 6 followers, I'm not sure. And one of my followers is Emma. Hi Emma. Emma is a YouTube blogger, and she told me that I was doing a very good job, and that she liked me and that she will follow me, and she asked me if I would follow her back. So yeah, you know, this is how we roll in the YouTube business, you know. I follow you, you follow me, and that's the deal. That's how things go. So Emma, hi, just to test. If you're really watching this, then please leave a comment. I'm curious if you're really watching this. But apparently that's really how it goes. Yeah, what I want to talk about today, just so people who maybe don't know me can get to know me a little better. My dark past. Yeah. Now, I told you last time that I am going through a really big change, and to understand the change, you need to understand how I was before. And yeah, many things actually just got clear within the last couple of months. I kind of saw some things in a very different way. It never occurred to me that it has been like that, and yeah, I like to share that with you. So, little Rebecca was born in '86. I forgot to mention last time that I'm from Dortmund, Germany, but I've been born in Gelsenkirchen, Schalke. And yeah, so I was born, and I must have been a really sunshine with a smile on my face, ginger hair, and really chubby and just really happy. And yeah, you should ask my mom about it. She can tell you all about it. Her stories will probably be even better than mine. Yeah, I must have been this kind of child that was pretty much happy most of the time. I'm not saying that I was always very easy. I had a strong will, apparently. I don't remember. I can't imagine. Yeah, so yeah, I had the gift to make people happy as soon as I was born, it seems. Everywhere I came, when we were on holiday, everyone liked to have a chat with me. Mom and Dad could take me anywhere. I don't know, when we were on holiday, or they could just give me to some strangers and I would have the best time, or in a pub I would just sit at the bar. Actually, it's your fault, Mom and Dad. That explains everything. I would just sit at the bar and, I don't know, flirt with the barkeeper. Actually, really, yeah, it's your fault. It's all your fault. Nothing has changed. Yeah, and I'm pretty exhausted from this little dance. Must be my age. Really soon, I can remember, must have been 3 years old. I found out that I really could make people laugh, and it was one of my hobbies to go to strangers who weren't smiling, for example at the bus station, or yeah, most of the time it was older people. I just went to them and tried to make them smile, and it always worked. So I must somehow have figured out that the reason they're smiling is me. Sounds a little bit egomaniac, but if you see it from my point of view, it's also a really big responsibility, because I thought when people are not smiling, it's because I have done something wrong. And this is something really interesting. I just recently found out that I'm always trying to make people better. Not just, I don't know, for example, just small things that maybe no one else would notice. If I'm in a bad mood and I feel the person I'm sitting with is having a worse time or is having a bad time, then I would always swallow it down and always try to be nice and always try to come over as if I wouldn't have any problems. And this must have started back then. Or in my family, when people had a bad time or when people had problems, I thought that I have done something wrong and that I need to do something to make it better again. And yeah, this carried out through my whole life actually. But I don't want to say I wasn't conscious about this. So this I'm just conscious about this now. I had the best childhood anyone could imagine. I was happy. I just really was happy. I didn't play it. I got to school. I learned to read. I think, Mum, please correct me, but I think when I was 3, I learned how to read. I taught it to myself, pretty much. So when I arrived at school, I was actually already, I could read already. I didn't have to learn that again, so that made it really easy for me. Then that made me enjoy school so much that I was actually one of the best in the class, and all the other subjects that we had that just followed. And I loved my teachers, and it was just all really nice. So everyone loved me. Rebecca was perfect. It was great. And I had such a high. And pretty much my whole childhood I had this high. And I must say that it was a little bit more difficult with friends at school. I could always get along better with grown-ups than with people my own age, pretty much. And I had 1 or 2 friends. I had many who just hated me. I was just called professor because everyone thought I would only sit at home and learn. I must say I love to learn and I love to sit at home and learn. So, also I spent a lot of time with my little brother. He is 3 years younger than me, and also when he had problems, I thought I have done something wrong because I spent so much time with him, and I had the feeling that I just was a big part of his growing up and his I just played a very big part in his life too. So when he was in some trouble or anything, I always thought I have done something wrong, because I haven't always been really nice to him all of the time, but I must say I really did my best. This gets me to the next phase. When I was actually, I think, about 12, I found out that I had some sides in me that weren't so appreciated, and that was a really hard come down for me. You must imagine that I was on this high cloud, loved by everyone, and then I found out that my parents wouldn't allow me stuff that I wanted to do, that my parents were actually hurt about things that I said, that I thought. So this was for me one of the most difficult times in my life, because my parents were always my best friends, and to me this was such a big shock that I turned into the total extreme. You will find out, I think, in everything I say, that I'm always a very extreme person, extreme positive or extreme negative. So for me, I think the first situation that I found out about that my parents wouldn't like so much, I thought, oh God, this is it. They are not my friends anymore. They are the enemies. I always loved my freedom, for example. I thought, when I was 12, I thought that I'm actually old enough to make my own decisions. And I must say that still now, I still think that I was able of making my own decisions, to be honest. And I did it anyway. But it must be so hard. I can only imagine, now that I'm child caretaker, I'm working with children. I can only imagine how hard it must be to make the right decisions. And I would have a big problem having the responsibility about the life of other people. I mean, I already now doing my job, I mean, the kids are only 0 to 3 years old, but I already have to make some decisions for them. And that I think are hard, but yeah, I just have to, I'm working in the society, and some things you just have to do. I can't just let them do whatever they want at the moment. I'm working on it. But at the moment I'm working for the city, so it's not possible. So I just want to say that I totally understand what they wanted and what they were afraid of. But to me it was just all boundaries. I just saw boundaries and I just wanted to be free. And I hated it not to be grown up and not to be able to make my own decisions. It was the worst thing for me. So what I did was I just didn't talk to them anymore at all. I just did my own thing. If I wasn't allowed to go out, I would, I don't know, climb out of a window. I would just do what I wanted to do. And with this, of course, I made the right friends who actually were, they were a bad influence on me, I was a bad influence on them, just the same way. But I also had a lot of older friends who were using drugs, who weren't at school anymore, who didn't have their parents behind them anymore, and it was just a total different world. And I started pretty early to try everything. I think when I was 14 I took the first hard drugs, started drinking and smoking weed, and I didn't like school anymore. I wasn't interested in school anymore. I think within a year my grades went just totally the opposite way. And wow, I see I already talked for 13 minutes. Oh my god. So I really don't want to make the videos much longer than 15 minutes. So then maybe it's the best to stop at this point. I will remember where I stopped, and I promise I won't talk so much longer about my past anymore. But I think it's really important to understand what happened to me within the last half year. So I hope you enjoyed this. I was really happy to hear, to get some feedback from you, and about my followers. Yeah. I've got followers. Yeah. Good. Thank you for watching me, and please share this video if you like. That would really make me happy. Okay. Bye.